it's so weird because you're a close friend, but like at the time I was like, oh my gosh.
Were you nervous to meet me? Did you ever approach men?
Yeah, like
at
have you
church?
ever?
Yeah, I would talk to guys all the time, but I
Worship daddy. I mean, I knew after our first date we were going to get married.
Are you serious?
Hold the phone.
Yeah.
What like psychologists call like major stress events in life, and we did like 4 of them in a year. We were not ready.
You weren't.
Say it was a surprise.
Okay.
No.
We're getting weird.
My lint roller ran out of the things.
and we're all wearing black.
tape?
Yeah, the
on, like,
tape.
this.
It's not the crazy magic. It's
If
just
you're
tape.
watching, it's the Kennedys. Hello, friends. Nice to see you. Jason and Lauren here. We really appreciate you joining us. We've got some good friends on the podcast. We've never really had friends on the podcast before. So this is the first couple friends that we've had on. Erin Lim Rhodes, Joshua Rhodes. Erin and I have known each other a long time. I mean, many, many years.
A decade, actually.
Has it been a decade?
It's literally been a decade. Wow. Isn't that wild? We grew up together.
2015?
You guys were
2015.
teens together.
Teens together.
I remember when Erin came into the E studio and they're like, we got someone coming in here. She's going to start working for E. Were you working at E at the time, or was it more of like testing period, or what was the
No,
deal?
It wasn't any of those things.
Oh,
Well, okay, I was
apparently I don't remember anything.
He's old.
Okay, the year was 2015, and I was coming in from E Asia
Right.
just to visit the EHQ in Hollywood.
Oh my gosh.
And I had emailed the international team and I said, hey, I'm going to be in LA visiting my family. Can I come meet Jason, Juliana, whoever's in studio?
Did you say Juliana? It's fine if you didn't
No, I
care.
literally did. And I remember when I met you, I was like, this is so weird because we're like now.
So he was like a star. He was a star.
It's so weird because you're a close friend, but like at the time I was like, oh my gosh.
Were you nervous to
You
meet
had
me?
just gotten married. Like
Yeah.
I remember the whole thing, and I had been like following your life from afar. So I was like, oh my god, congrats on getting married. And I literally said to you, I was like, we should switch places. Like I could come work here and you could go back to Singapore and like fill in for me. And we had this little banter interaction that was broadcast in the entire building. They saw this live reaction because you remember how if you're in the studio, you could be in any floor.
The whole, everybody
Anyone
can see
can
it.
watch live interactions.
All the bosses, the producers. So you could be talking about what you had for lunch. If you're
would
mic'd
know.
up, it's broadcast everywhere in the building.
So
Like-
that's what happened. Like people saw our interaction.
Wait, what if you went to the bathroom with your mic on?
Well,
Well, hopefully
they call that a 10-1 in the business, Joshua. I'm glad you asked. Or 10-2, depending on what you've been eating. And
Well,
and
it's like a fart beat.
well, that they don't.
1.5.
no, that's everyone laughing in the studio because they heard it. That's an LOL.
Low loves
Wait,
fart
did
jokes.
you ever go into the bathroom with your mic on? And
All the
accident?
time.
You have to tell them to cut the mic. You have
We
to say,
told
I need-
Marcos, I'd be like, Marcos, I got to go to the bathroom. He's like, no problem, I'll cut you.
I tell them 1 or 2.
you
I'm
think
like,
they
hey,
really do?
definitely turn it off. It's a 2.
Okay, but babe, see what happens? We totally are off track. She was telling me a story how she idolized
I'm
me.
a child.
Idolized.
I'm a literal child with.
I don't think
Okay, go
you,
ahead.
what you might have told me the story, but I don't think I just don't remember it because I have children now and I don't remember anything anymore.
So
I
you
was
it was
not
broadcast
working-
to the whole.
So anyone,
Wow.
basically the talent and casting director, Annie Roberts,
Yeah.
she saw us interacting because of that live feed. And I was shooting just a random thing for E Asia, but she saw the E News camera pick up our interaction and she said, who is this girl in the studio? I did not expect anything to happen from me just having that interaction with you, Jason. And you had just wrapped filming E News that day. And then I went and shot my E News Asia special. I go back to Singapore. I get an email from Annie and she says, hey, like, can we jump on a call? And then you just see casting director at the bottom of her signature. And I'm like, this is so weird. The E Hollywood casting director is reaching out to me. We jump on a call and she said, we're looking for our new 360 host correspondent. Can you get on a bigger meeting with the executives? And then it was like all 7 executives in a boardroom, me in Asia. And I remember thinking to myself, this is a compliment that they're even wanting to meet with me, but
course.
there's no way they're hiring me. I'm like 23, 24 at the time.
I got hired at 23,
Yeah.
but you really didn't think you had a shot?
No,
Why?
I was in Singapore. I was.
Because it was such a random trip.
it was
She wasn't.
such a random trip. I didn't think
How do
anything
we
would
not know
come of
this
that.
story?
Have you told me this story, or you been afraid to?
Well, I still idolize you,
Are you
Jason.
still standing hard over Jason?
No,
I get my
feel
cigar
like
out. Tell me more.
I don't think we actually talked about like the weird God timing of it all, where it was just I just happened to be in the studio. She just happened to be watching that live feed after you guys had wrapped. That interaction happened. Emails were exchanged. I had a whirlwind of meetings. Next thing I know, I'm being offered a contract.
That's
Didn't have a
crazy.
lawyer, an agent, nothing. I had an entertainment lawyer who was a professor of mine who like used to practice back in the day. He's like, I could look over your contract. And then the rest is history. 10 years later, here we are.
So the chemistry is what did it.
Literally,
You guys
it was us just joking
Won't
about
he do it?
How do you feel about that, Joshua? We had great chemistry.
Yeah, you guys had good chemistry.
I feel like Joshua's giving me eyes now. Like, wait a minute. Do I want to be
called chem test.
friends?
Well, what's funny is at the exact same time that she did that, 2015, I had just moved to LA. And we moved 3 blocks away from each other and
You
never knew
guys.
each other.
That's crazy.
So I was in K-Town. She was in K-Town. I worked at Endeavor. So I got hired at William Morris as a junior designer the same year she did this thing.
These are agencies.
Yeah.
Wait, I've never heard these like past.
Yeah,
work
so
things.
our
Like,
story is crazy because she moves 2015 back because of this, you guys' interaction, your chemistry. I move here.
It never gets old.
I moved here 2015 for a job for a junior designer role at William Morris, and my bank. So I did a credit union in Spokane. So the only place that
You
was
were a banker?
no, no, you do not want me handling your money.
Oh, I thought you were a banker. I'm just learning a lot of new things about you guys.
Where I banked at was a credit union. The
Copy
only
that.
place I could find like a credit union because I didn't want to do a bank was in between my work and my apartment, and it was the old E building.
Where we used to work.
That's crazy.
What was it?
5750 Wilshire.
5750 Wilshire.
Missed that building.
Yeah, great building.
So at the bottom of it was this little credit union bank. So I would go in there
I know it, yeah.
anytime. And the story sounds like, oh, meet cute, I meet Erin. Didn't meet her. But I saw all these pictures and all these posters like E! News, E! News. And so I was like, oh, they must shoot here. Interesting. So your face, probably her face, all these. But you guys were never in there. It was kind of run down. So I'm like, this is very strange that all these posters are here. And it's like, it seems like some of them are ripped up. And
Wait,
So
there
you
were
guys had-
posters in the credit union or
like,
in the lobby?
building, like in the lobby.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Why were they ripped out?
Well, they were
Because you guys said, I found out you guys moved.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
What year did you guys move?
I don't remember.
2016.
2016, so that was the beginning of the move.
So I moved
So
there.
Joshua has known you guys for longer
Then
than you realized.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
Passing
about that. I actually think about that because
Literally.
if you guys hadn't moved,
Oh yeah.
I would have been running. We might have ran into each other, 7 years earlier or whatever it was. 4 years
Yeah.
earlier.
Crazy.
But you guys moved, so I'm going to that credit union. So we missed each other, and then she was
guys.
3 blocks away, but we never. Then she started going to a church in Hollywood. Then she stopped going, and then I started going. So we
Y'all.
missed each other there.
It's like serendipity in the movie.
Yeah. And then when we finally were at church at the same time, we met, and then the rest is history. And then what's crazier is to rewind back to Endeavor, William Morris, where I worked at.
Right.
She was represented there by an agent. I knew one agent there because he had a Kobe Bryant jersey hanging in his office. And so we just, hey, what's up? Just on some like very casual stuff. Was her agent. So when we started dating, he's like, wait, you know Erin Lim? I'm like, yeah. And then he texts her, you know Joshua Rhodes? And so her agent was my one agent I knew at work.
Anyway, back to the pod.
No, this is good. This is good. So you guys, you're at church together. The story progresses, of
Yes.
course, and it's time for you to get baptized. You decide you want to get baptized. And lo and behold, who does the baptizing?
Worship daddy.
And you call him Worship Daddy, which to this day I'm still, it's different, but I like it. I think it's got a good ring to it.
I didn't know his name for the longest time, and I would just see him worshiping at church, 2 hands in the air, and I was like,
two?
"That is hot." And I literally didn't
I would
know
do
his
this.
name. Okay, he
Guys
rolled
showing his
up his
tricep
sleeves.
during worship.
Literally,
So
Flexing on the way up.
never seen anything like it.
take us there. So you're where
Well, it starts before that because I saw her the first day she was back, like first day she went there, I saw her. And
You saw her in passing, or you said hello to her?
We had
Well-
intense eye contact, just
Oh
like.
wow.
yeah, because she was wearing a Lakers t-shirt, and that caught
I
me.
was not wearing a Lakers t-shirt. I'm a Celtics fan.
Oh no, but it said dime piece. It was like the Lakers logo, and it said dime piece. So
You're wearing a dime piece shirt to church?
exactly. Yep. That,
Rookie move.
I had to be true to who I am.
I'm kidding. It's great.
but I was serving. That's why I ended up baptizing. I'm not a pastor. But
Do you need a back support so you can be closer to the mic? I want you to
no,
be
I'm
comfy.
straight. No,
Okay,
this is good.
perfect. Okay. He needs a little closer. He needs to come.
little
DJ is
closer?
saying we need better audio
okay.
on you.
Oh,
if you
snap.
need a pillow, we'll jam one behind your back. You
just
let us
move
know.
closer.
I got pillows on standby. So you were saying?
Where was I?
You're not a pastor.
Not a pastor.
Dime piece.
Oh, I was serving pretty heavily. So I was in like this back, room, back office that only people who were like invited or serving would be in there, and she was in there. So my first thought was like, oh, who's that? Like I haven't seen her here. Like I've been going there for about 4 years.
I was a VIP.
And yeah, she was a VIP. And so I was like, oh, you know what? She's probably like, who knows? She could be invited from New York, Miami, who knows? I'm not even gonna like entertain it because she could be gone here today, gone tomorrow. So then after I saw her a few weeks, then I kind of got like interested in the eye contact intensified.
Oh
a
my
little bit.
god.
Yeah, we were-
I was like, oh, she's still there. Okay, she's still here.
And it was just
Inappropriate eye contact.
it was just kind of little hellos here and there, but
I don't
no
even
one
think we had any
really
hellos.
Wait, do an
never
impression of
exchanged
what the
words.
contact was like.
Nobody. Yeah. Oh yeah. It was
Do an
just-
It was
impression.
just like that.
He's not even listening to the music.
I don't even think I would smile because you say I have RBF, so I was probably just like
Really?
this.
So when did it progress to, was it really the moment where you got baptized, where you met each other, or you had kind of small talk before that?
We had small talk before that,
Yeah.
but we weren't like friends. I think, didn't I hit you at the water cooler before?
Yeah. Oh, that was before that. Yeah. So we were at
The proverbial water cooler, or is there a real water?
literal water cooler. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, it was an ice chest full of LaCroix.
Yeah.
Oh, fancy.
She walked up. We were at a little dinner party thing hosted by someone at the church, and she just came up, said, "What's up?" And I remember that convo being like, "Oh man, that girl, she's it," because she was so authentic and like, I felt like a lot of people did like a weird,
Yeah.
not hard to get, but like this weird like, oh, we don't really want to like approach. Yet we don't want to approach guys yet, especially in church. It was like really weird, like energy there.
Yeah, there's
Church
that.
can be so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
church is
yeah.
just weird like that, and you just be wanting to have a regular conversation and be like, So she was just authentic, like, "Hey, what's up?" And so
No,
we
no,
just,
I remember exactly what I said.
Take us back there.
I got the water and I was like, we keep seeing each other. I'm Erin.
no way.
I remember saying that. I was like, we keep seeing each other. I'm Erin. What's your name?
Oh, go.
So she
Oh yeah,
is the one who
she was
had
thirsty.
Whoa.
dime piece T-shirt.
And not for LaCroix.
For the Lord, and you have to be there.
Sorry.
Oh goodness.
I got a smoker's cough. It's early in the morning. It'll go down. So you took the initiative, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
I
what
think-
I appreciated.
Can we put a PSA out there right now? Because there's a lot of great single men and women out there who are just trying to take that next step in the relationship. And I just would feel it would be pertinent for women to step forward and kind of go to the guy first and not just make it, I know you could be old school. What I'm trying to say is, ladies, go for the guy first.
Literally, I tell all of my friends that. I'm like, what do you have to lose?
Right.
Just walk. If you think someone is maybe attractive to you or appealing for one reason
Yeah.
or the other, just initiate convo. You don't have to say, do you want to go on a date? But why don't you just instigate a little conversation?
Yeah, because sometimes we feel, I'm generalizing right now, but we just feel like, okay, because a similar situation happened. My previous girlfriend before Lo, I saw her at church and I thought she was very pretty. And I just, for a couple weeks, I waited and waited and I didn't see her for months. And I'm like, I blew my opportunity. And thankfully, I took the initiative the time after, and I was like, hey, I'm on the greeting committee here at church, what's your name? And she's like, how long did the greeting committee start? And I was like a couple minutes ago. And then I lit up a cigarette. No, I'm kidding.
That is a lie.
That is a real lie.
But I feel like if girls could, did you ever approach men?
Yeah, like
at
have you
church?
ever?
Yeah, I would talk to guys all the time, but I was the type of girl that
Now we're bragging.
Hold the phone.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn. Who
I
did
would
you
do
have
it-
chemistry with before?
I'd approach men all the time.
no, I would do it in a way where I didn't realize I was coming across a certain way, so I was just friendly to everybody.
Yeah.
So then all these guys would start asking me on dates, and I would be like, "Why is he asking me on a date? I don't want to go on a date
too
with him."
bubbly.
And then my sister's like, "Let me give you an example of how I act when I meet a guy. Hey, what's up? Good to see you." And you're like, "Ben, it is so good. How are you?" And she's like, "A guy thinks that's initiating a little bit." So
Yeah.
I just tried to.
You still do that with like the male guy and
Yeah,
stuff.
she does
I do
that
that
too.
with everybody.
Erin's that way, but she came up to me. That's who she was.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is just authenticity. Like,
Yeah.
Totally.
if you're not someone who goes up to people and just doesn't, then don't do it. But I think a lot of women, girls, if that's who you are, it's okay to do that to a guy you might be interested in. If that's who you are, because
I love
they
that.
might not be that guy, because they might be more introverted, and you never know what period or space they're in. So another thing with when we met, I just happened to be in a space where I was like, okay, I'm not pursuing for a little while, because I had these back-to-back relationships that kind of ended this.
Oh, not just.
it was back to back to back.
I'm sorry.
Not
Not just back to back.
not 3 days
Back to
before
back
you,
to
back to back to back.
Right.
Just like over the years,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just saw this pattern, and I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it your way. I'm just gonna wait until I hear from you. And I don't really, I don't usually do that type of language, but that's where I was. So I wasn't gonna like force anything or be super, aggressive or anything. So I was gonna end up talking to her. That's why I didn't go up the first day or the second day, because I was like, I don't know how long she's gonna be here. I don't want to get into another situationship. So I was like, let's just kind of chill and see. And then it naturally, authentically evolved. And then that one conversation we had, I was super excited walking home. I just remember like walking to my car. I'm like, oh man, that was fire.
That is
You felt it.
compliment. Oh, yeah.
And you were not in a relationship at the time?
No, I was not in a relationship. And I was just like, Fafo. Have you heard the term?
nope.
No, I'd love to
Teach
hear
us
it.
your ways.
We could believe it.
Wait, let's try it again.
It's, try
The FAFO.
Yeah, FAFO.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I actually knew that. I knew that.
I mean,
You guys knew that.
Is that like
no,
a
I
new
wasn't
term?
even.
DJ, can you bleep that? Thanks.
No, I wasn't even trying to go up to him to be like, oh, maybe we'll go on a date. But it was just, I noticed we had that eye contact.
Yeah.
And he looked like a friendly, sweet person because I would see all of the interactions he had with everyone else. And then people were calling him the Bachelor. They were calling you the Black Bachelor.
I did not remember
And that
that.
was before
Was that
the
pre
first-
Matt James?
It was literally pre Matt James. They were like, he's the Black Bachelor and he's looking for eligible.
That's the first time I've heard that.
Did you keep roses in the car? You can be honest. On water.
You accept this rose.
What's the Bachelor thing? Oh, is it the people who are dating always have like the outfits and the crazy stuff to get out of the limo?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. So I would have been the one with the roses, yeah.
And fast forward to the dunking.
That was the second time we talked, the dunking. So it's not even that
I
much
didn't
of a
even talk
fast
during the
forward.
dunking other than him
Wait,
being
but then
like,
tell the story about the line, because
oh my
Oh yeah.
You
she
got
doesn't
to pick
remember this.
which.
debacle.
She doesn't remember this. So we meet at the water cooler, and that's it. It's like a maybe 15-minute convo. Then the next time I see her, she's getting baptized, and they asked me to baptize. Like, hey, was that the second time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to baptize tomorrow? I'm like, oh sure. So she
Had
comes-
you ever done that before?
I'd done it maybe once or twice, yeah.
Okay.
But they were in this season of like volunteers, who's ever like really involved, you can baptize. So
And are there rules to that? You just dunk someone, close the nostrils?
Baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the
Yep.
Holy Spirit.
boom.
Yeah.
That was the
That's
second
it.
thing he said to me.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I saw her walk up to get baptized, because they say, who wants to get baptized? So I knew I was baptizing. So I go back up, do some push-ups in the back. You know.
He's lying.
And then I get in the, and so they have two tubs. There's a woman baptizer and a man baptizer. And, it's like for shorter people or, or for bigger people, they have like
They did not
No,
tell us
it's no rules, but it's just common sense. Like
Yeah.
there's someone really big, I'll be able
Yeah.
to like boom, and then the other. So they have two lines, and more of the women are in the line with the woman. It's not like they're separating them, but so she's in the line with the other tub with the woman baptizer, And I see her, and I'm already kind of excited, like, oh, I get to like, baptize. Like
You already had eyes on
I was
her.
getting jittery, like, oh, this is awesome. And then,
Shouldn't you be thinking about someone's salvation?
I was-
Sorry, my mom wanted me to ask that question.
my thoughts were not in the. I was thinking about the dime piece shirt. I was like,
He's like, what's going on over there?
so I'm just kind of, I kind of look, and she's in the other line, and she's first. So I was like, oh, okay, she's good. And then I watch her kind of slide 2 steps over into
You
my
slid
line.
over because you saw him?
She slid into the
I
DMs.
just remember him being called to be the baptizer, the holy dunker man.
No, it's not. Oh, no, I was just in the tub. Like,
Yeah,
so
like,
you come
I don't
out,
remember. I mean,
but
it
you
was
saw me.
it was a group.
I watched it happen. Look, this isn't like, hearsay. Like, I see her just slide over.
He slid over.
And then I got really excited because I was like, oh, that's it. So
Yeah,
then
yeah.
I baptized her in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Then came up and was like, yo, what's up, babe? And then
You're lying.
You start
Did you lock eyes though in that moment? And was it a special moment?
when she slid over,
Yeah, because it's like a movie.
no, because she's getting baptized. So she's
I'm focused.
it
super
kinda
excited and
like,
focused. But I just internally was like, oh, this is a cool little
Was it
thing.
kind of like Baywatch vibes when you pulled her up, like her hair?
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
We could play
There's a
for you.
video. Oh, yeah. We'll send you the vid so you can.
Did you post that video?
I posted the video. It's in 4K slow mo.
Oh my god!
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Our
Crazy.
first photos of us taken ever.
First photo taken is
So
me baptizing
sweet.
her.
Is it framed?
We have our wedding book. So when we got engaged, we have a photo almost, where she's
identical.
holding the ring up, and I'm like this,
And I'm
so
like-
I have like a picture of her
side by
getting
side.
baptized, and
Yeah.
then me holding her with the ring. Yeah, like kind of.
If you look at the photos, it's kind of like
It's weird.
uncanny.
Yeah.
It's
That's
Really?
wild.
Yeah.
Were you?
Oh my God.
Were
But
you?
I knew right away. The second it was over, like my homie was like, "Yo, you baptized her," because I'd already been talking about it. Yo, I met that Erin girl, and so he's like,
Oh my god!
"Oh, you baptized her. That's a big moment." And so
Yeah,
we were
of course.
already talking about like, "Oh, this is it. This got to be."
You were talking about marriage already.
I was talking about, like
Talk too.
she's wearing the dime piece shirt. Like she's got to be down. No,
She ready. So, were you nervous, Erin, about starting a relationship that probably was going to turn serious at that stage in your career? Because I know that was something I always was wondering. Hey, is it? Yeah, it made no sense to date Lauren because I was going to New York at the time. I was working in LA. The travel schedule. You had moved here and you were, doing big things at E. And it was like early stages of your career. Were you worried about that balance?
Not at all, actually. And I remember when I started serving at church and like deciding, okay, I'm going to get baptized. I told my sister, I was like, okay, I don't want to date anyone for a little while. And then my priorities had shifted as far as what I wanted in a partner. And I was like, the first thing, like, he has to believe in Christ and he has to be involved in some type of a community like this. And it all just it all just started happening how it was supposed to. And I could feel that and sense that. So I wasn't about to push it away because I was afraid or because I was caught up in career and whatever.
Wait,
So
did you
it all
guys-
just felt so natural.
my bad. Did you guys not date because of your career? You were like,
Well, it just didn't make sense because every week or every 2 weeks I was going to New York to do the Today Show, and then every day I was hosting E! News in LA. So I was just fatigued, exhausted, all the words, and it made no sense to bring Texas into the picture because there was no time.
Right.
So
yeah. I was like,
Such a weird thing.
I think you had a coffee without a lot of food,
maybe
didn't you?
Yeah,
You
no.
little rascal. I like it.
We're getting weird.
Feisty low. Yeah. So, but it was, I was definitely down if it made sense and if I felt like a connection, which thankfully we had that. But I had been doing it for like 10 years. So I know early on, sometimes you could just be focused on your career and you're like, I'm not even going to deal with a relationship right now. I'm going to be boom, boom, boom. But I'm glad you didn't have those feelings because how many years in are we now, marriage-wise?
We're almost 5 years married, 8
Yeah.
years together.
Why do I feel like that happens so often when you're like, I don't really want to pursue anything right now, or I'm not looking for anything right
then
now?
it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
As cliche as that is,
No,
it really
it's-
is.
No, it is,
That
every
was you
time.
and me too. Yeah.
I think it's like you can't try and force these things. If
Yeah.
it feels right, I'm like, if it feels right and it feels like it is purpose driven or it feels so intentional, then I'm willing to lean in and like just follow.
Do you think about things a lot before you do it? And same with you. Meaning, like, do you think about, I could see my life with him and imagine that? Or do you just kind of go into it and then let things happen?
I'm a little bit of both. I mean, I knew after our first date we were going to get married.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just had that feeling because we didn't even kiss on our first date. But I left feeling this, I don't know, like the jitters and everything.
First of all, that's like not abnormal.
Is it?
Well, you're like, we didn't even kiss on our first date. Like, is
Are
that
you
like a
kidding?
thing?
But I
People
feel
do
like that's
crazy
abnormal
things
too.
Wait, to not kiss on the first
Like,
date?
not kiss.
Not necessarily.
Do you see what they do on Love Island?
Yeah,
They're
you
not-
watch that
Well,
show?
that's
They're
all.
not the parameter of what we should be.
Let me sound like a 43-year-old. That is not the standard.
He didn't kiss me when I came in for the first time, and we've been talking for several months. And we're
Oh,
at
now
Point
that's-
Doom alone, and there are dolphins jumping.
It was no. It was
like-
2 p.m.
She's
on a.
like, kiss me.
It was literally 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. It wasn't like night,
Who cares?
sunset.
No one's like, it's 2, so you need to kiss then. You need to kiss at 6 when the sun's going down.
I had gotten out of her previous relationship, not like another one and another one and another one like Joshua, but I had just been in one previous relationship, and she wasn't super affectionate. I don't want to get into the names, but I mean, even holding hands felt like a big deal. So I think I was a little desensitized to affection.
No, totally.
And you, thankfully, helped me get back into that because she was, super
snuggle
buttoned up.
Yeah.
Not
So
me,
seven.
but
You
the
guys
girl.
talked. You guys spoke for 7 months before you
There's
came.
several
here.
months. It was
Several
like,
months, okay.
I don't remember.
it had been like 3 months of talking consistently long distance after we met at the.
Well, that's kind of similar.
At the
So I
E.
guess now that I say that, because we were like, after the baptism, we talked all the time, like late, like we would, like after
Oh my
church,
God,
we'd sit and just
hours.
talk for hours. So by the time our first date happened, I can see how she was, but I'm also like, I'm trying not to, like read too much into it. Like we could be friend zoned for all I know. Like I don't want to.
I thought you were friend zoning me.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, you have
Because
said
we
that
had
before.
all
yeah.
of those conversations for hours.
Yeah, but they
until
were-
like 2 a.m. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
us in the parking lot, and I'm like, this fool has not made any moves.
Wait,
Aaron
how long
Aaron
was
turns
that?
on.
You wanted look at that dime piece shirt. You wanted worship daddy, parking lot of the church. She was just trying.
Aaron's
Sorry,
like,
so how long was-
it turns on boys to men.
Sorry, I'm a normal person.
So how long was that before did you say, do you want to go on a date with me? Or when was it until it became official
The date,
boyfriend, girlfriend?
our first, the date or the boyfriend, girlfriend.
Both.
The date is a
It's like we just became boyfriend girlfriend after that date.
yeah. After the date it was on, but
Yeah.
the date is a debate in our household because she thinks that I purposefully sabotaged a group hang just to hang out with her, and I swear on everything, the group hang got dissolved, and I was like, well, we should just hang out still.
So what you're saying is that you had no intentions of taking me out on a date.
Oh,
Not at that time. Like, so I was
Wait, you said there was going to be a party and then
We were
no
gonna
one
have-
showed up?
Yes.
So we were gonna have a group hang.
My man.
Let's talk about it.
The car broke down. I was
How
like,
did
the
you
car
feel
broke
about
down.
that, Aaron?
Got to put some oil in it.
Wait, so how
Wait,
long
let
was
him
that after
finish.
you
I wanna hear
started
this.
Talking though, but I want to know like the distance of.
She's
the
big on
baptism.
timelines.
Yeah.
I know like the baptism to that
okay,
point.
okay.
Oh, the
How long
baptism
was
at that
that?
point was when's your baptism? July to September.
Okay.
So we talked out, those months. September, we had a group hang with the team I was leading at church. And it was a Saturday beach hang, I think, right?
No, it was mini golf.
Oh, mini golf. Everyone canceled. Boom, boom, boom. Just like, oh, I can't make it. And I was legit. I mean, I could go to my homies at work where I was like, yo, I'm going to hang out with Aaron and this group hang. Oh, everyone's excited. So they all cancel, and I'm like, gosh. And then I remember it was Haley at work. She's like, shout out Haley. She was like, you should just hang out with her solo. And I'm like, isn't that going to be weird that everyone canceled? And she's like, just be. So I was like, all right. So I called her and was like, hey, literally everyone canceled for the hang tomorrow or tonight, but do you want to just go kick it? Like, we can just go hang out, me and you. And she was like, yeah. So I got really excited and we went, hung out. I think we went to K-Town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to like Korean barbecue, and then we went to a little bar, and then we talked in the car for hours.
Yep.
And Erin's like moving in closer and closer. And Joshua's like, and then I just, the aesthetic in K-Town is just wonderful.
Yeah. When did you? Yeah, because I think it was when I dropped you off. You were expecting the kiss.
I don't even think I was expecting it.
Yeah, you were.
I wasn't expecting it, but here's the thing. I did leave feeling like we had exchanged a first kiss. Like that feeling you get.
Yeah, same.
It felt
We
like
didn't even
so
need one.
sweet. It felt
Yeah.
so sweet and magical, and I was like,
And that was my whole thought. It's like, we don't even need it.
And then you fast forward and you have the sweetest little angel girl, and her name is Sailor.
Just like
And
her mom.
She is just so phenomenal. My son River, our son River, loves her to
They're
pieces.
betrothed.
And I think there could be a future for them. We don't want to get into arranged marriage and that type of thing, but they are the cutest things. And River was sad that Sailor couldn't
His
come.
whole body like went inward when he found out she wasn't coming.
Is Sailor coming this morning?
So he made her a picture.
such an angel.
And that brings a whole new dynamic to life.
Yes.
Work. Joshua, you're a creative director. Erin, you're thriving on, I was going to say television, but TV's not thriving. Let's be honest. She's killing it in a digital format on E, a show called The Rundown on Snapchat. It has so many fans and followers and viewers, and you make it look easy. But when a child comes into the picture here in Hollywood, and you still are trying to make things happen work-wise, when did you know that you were ready for kids? And
We were not ready.
you weren't.
Sailor was a surprise.
I remember that because
She called me crying.
Okay, we don't have to get into those details, babe, but
No, we do.
No,
it
for
was a
real.
shock.
Just wasn't a plan yet.
It was not in the plan.
I remember that our
time.
first lunch together.
Oh yeah,
to
we
hear.
told you guys.
Were y'all looking for homes, or did
We
you
had
find your house?
we literally just bought our house.
Okay, yeah.
We found out the week that we were closing that we were pregnant.
And you only had been married how long?
3 months.
3 months.
Oh my god.
We were okay. No. We had only been engaged for what? We got engaged September 2020. Got married January 2021 because COVID. We were like, we might as well just
Right.
do a little ceremony and then
Yeah.
we'll plan the wedding.
Yeah.
Get married. October, November, December, January. 4 months later, January. February, March, April. 3 months later, we closed on our house. Same week we found out we're pregnant.
Oh my gosh,
That's
so
a
many
lot of
massive
stuff.
life changes.
Massive. And then we ended up having Sailor by the end of the year. So it was like marriage, house, pregnancy, boom, child.
You really knocked it out.
2021 was
And
crazy.
I remember looking up. We were talking. It's like they have these like what like psychologists call like major stress events in life, and we did like 4 of them in a year in like a span of 6 months.
Wow, in your first year.
In our first year, moving, getting married, having children, losing a job, getting a job, which I did, all in that year. Were our major national or international stress factors or stress events. We did all of them, though.
I feel all that. I want to talk about losing a job in a little bit, but I am curious how you guys parent, because I don't usually watch my friends who are women. I don't usually watch how you parent, but I watch how my buddies parent. It's just something I connect with more. And I love how you parent Sailor. I think you're very calm with her. You're just gracious. You're all the adjectives. Do you parent?
You're in the moment.
Yes. And I learn from stuff like that. So
Same.
do you feel like it was natural how you parent together, or is one of you kind of more the disciplinarian? How have you navigated parenting, as he points to himself?
I don't know. I don't see what you guys think. Like, we don't parent the same, right? You kind of just like slide into the roles.
Yeah.
But we're complimentary.
complimentary,
And we're
yeah.
on the same page.
Sometimes, but not all the time. Like, I think it's impossible to not this is something you've never done, right? As a parent, and when you're a first time parent. So how would you even know how to be on the same page with every single thing? Like, there's tons of things that
Sure.
we'd be like, oh, I wouldn't do it this way. You would do it this way. And sometimes you just kind of have to do it. What do you guys think? I don't think there was a...
You're dancing. You're trying to figure it out.
Exactly.
It's literally doing.
I feel like the ultimate goal is the same.
Right.
y'all and for us.
Exactly.
But then
Yeah.
individual situations, you're like, I maybe would have handled that differently.
100%. Yeah.
But we're never undermining each other, especially
Yeah.
in front of our child.
No.
If we're handling the situation in the moment, we're going to let each other ride it out how we're doing it, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I do take your lead like 99% of the time because
And disciplinary.
on discipline, and I just trust your parental instincts. You naturally just you have this connection with Sailor where it's like you know exactly what she needs, and I'm always deferring to you. I hope you know that and notice that.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I feel it's crazy because you, as a dad, I feel the opposite, where it's like you have all the, I mean, you're just so prepared, and I feel like I don't know about you, but yeah, I don't do the preparedness well. It's it is instincts, a lot of it for me, and so for her, I lean on for like all of the things we should be knowing, like she knows it, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You guys are such
so
good.
it comes together well that way.
What would be an example of a disciplinary,
Disciplinary, yeah,
yeah,
Disciplinary?
disciplinary moment, where like, how do you handle it? And how would you handle it? Like, how would you differ? Say Erin was like the only one. How would she handle it? And how would you handle it?
Have you really screamed at Sailor? Like really? Like I've heard you like, like Sailor, like, but like, have you like, has she seen the anger that's deep down in there?
She's not seen like
When does that come out, by the way?
that. No.
Yeah,
it's
see,
not.
like she's seen it from me.
but like not where you're like
But she
that's
knows.
scary or anything.
Oh no, she gets scared. Because here's the thing, and it's a good thing for me when she's 3.5, almost 4 years old, and she still cries when I raise my voice, and that's a
Yeah.
good thing because I don't do it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never have seen you raise your voice.
I know.
But
I don't
sometimes
even-
it's like, when you're at home and no one's around and you've like had
yeah.
a tough day and there's like that 3-second moment where you don't always react the way you're supposed to react as a parent. Then you're like, you know what? I missed the mark. Let me apologize to my child. I think it's important to apologize to your children, even if they are 3-4 years old, because they understand that. You've helped me
I've
a
heard that
lot
is, like,
with
the
that.
most powerful
Hey,
thing
sorry,
that-
man. Sorry. Yeah.
Not like the messing up part.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not as impactful as like if you apologize. Which
Yeah.
I think is
Daddy
Our generation's
overreacted.
parents didn't do that.
No.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But also you're very like you're pretty thoughtful with when you raise your voice.
Yeah, I was
You're
gonna-
never having a breaking point out of like
dysregulation.
I was gonna say when you're like I don't the times that I raise my voice, they're not apology moments. Like it's
Yeah.
a moment for her to learn.
That's
and a lot
cool.
of it is like for her safety and
you do apologize after.
oh no, I apologize for a ton of things, but I'm just mean like
You're intentional about when you're raising your
right.
voice.
It's not like it wasn't a mistake. I still apologize. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I almost every time apologize because of how she feels.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's not I don't regret doing it because she needs to learn we are not running by the pool.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
like moments like that where that's not a soft moment for me.
They need to know your voice will be raised if you get near
If
that
you
pool
get-
and
yeah.
do it again.
It's not like dysregulation. It's like you
100%.
are intentionally
And I'll
doing
still go,
that.
I'm sorry, Daddy raised his voice, but I had to because we do not run by the pool. And so I think that's probably the biggest difference. It's not like the disciplinary still comes. It's just she's a lot softer. And I think that's good. I think it's like really good balance where like, she doesn't always need a heavy hand, but sometimes Sailor needs, a heavy hand. And I think we do a great job of balancing it.
You're talking metaphorically. He doesn't use his hands.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now today,
Aaron is.
if you just joined us.
Oh,
I'm
Aaron,
his
I
PR
know
person.
exactly.
I know. You two professionals over here.
Aaron and
Jason and I are too familiar with the world of trolls and commenters and people who take anything.
That's so funny. Were you
Really
thinking the
said
same
something
thing,
on
Jay?
one,
I'm like, is that a smoke machine coming out of Aaron's ears? Heavy hand. They're gonna. What are you gonna say?
No, I remember that from growing up. My dad seriously raised his voice probably under 10 times, like our whole childhood. But I remember it was like good.
Yeah.
It was like not a negative memory. It was like, whoa, he's serious about
He's
this, and like
serious.
I need to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like the older she gets, I can just already see it's less and less and less.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of those 2 to 3 was like, yeah.
Yeah. I think the times when Sailor and I have like a little, like where she will have a meltdown because of how I reacted, or she has like an aversion to any of our little rules. I always tell her, what is our number one job, Sailor? And she knows this. She can
Right,
recite
you
it
say that a
back
lot.
to keep me safe.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we're doing this to keep you safe. You're running in the street. I'm going to grab you. I'm going to shout.
Yeah.
And it might be alarming, but what's my job? To keep you safe.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
you
that.
say that a lot to her.
So sweet.
I haven't gotten to any of my questions, which is good
my God,
because I
get
think
your
that's the best kind of interview. I do want to talk about the industry, losing your job. I touched on briefly. Joshua is a creative director. You were with the Chargers for a long time, and just one of those people that you just have amazing ideas, and you're just cool. Erin and I, we rap out about the business all the time. The TV business is insane right now. It was just announced recently that after 32 years, E! News was canceled. I was only recently, in the past year and change, on as like a contributor after hosting for 16 years there. But it was still cool because you would go to the office. We were shooting in the same studio, a lot of the same staff. You were in another department, still are, doing the rundown on Snapchat. Digital is thriving, and you will continue to thrive, and that's kind of where the E! News brand will go. Not asking you to share anything you're not even allowed to share, but the business in general, as you see that people are not, coming home at 7:00 like when I was on the old days and watching TV. Because everything is on social media now. But if you look at the business, it's crazy. I mean, a lot of our friends are out of work. I have friends who have been doing this for 20 plus years, don't even have health insurance now because through the union, and that's we don't need a rabbit trail down that, they just are not working, so they lose their health insurance, and then the monthly payments go up. And I was at the gym the other day, and there was a girl working the front, and she's like, I interned at E! When you were there, and we had this sweet conversation. She's like, how are you navigating the business? And I'm like, I have no idea. I'm pitching shows, selling shows. We're creating content now. You have to be your own creator. But as you kind of watch it, what are your feelings about, I don't know if there's advice or how you've been able to handle it. Where do you see it right now?
I mean, I think you nailed it when you said you have to be your own creator. You have to be your own network. And you really do have to be authentic to what it is you like to do, because right now people have these like phony alerts where it's like they can tell immediately when something is just disingenuous and no one wants to follow any fake stuff, So it's like you have to put out content that, you want to share about. And everyone is so niche now. And I remember saying this when I was fresh out of college and when I was mentoring young college students, pick your beat and stay in that lane. Because if you just like water yourself down and you are doing this, that, and the other thing, it's hard to follow you. It's like, wait, what am I coming to your page for? And I am having that identity crisis right now because the last 10 years, it's been all pop culture. It's been fashion. It's been celebrity hot takes. But it's like I've evolved as a person. I am a wife. I am a mother. I am so into golf. I have all these other interests that I love sharing about authentically, and that's natural to me. But then people are like, wait, who are we subscribing to? So it's like, I think, it's important to like lean into the change and it's okay to pivot and it's okay to rebrand. And I think, it's just important to fully align yourself with what it is you're passionate about. But I think it's great that all of us have been able to carve out our own paths. You see all these TikTokers, you see all these Instagram influencers, they have become huge because they are just doing their own thing. They're getting creative on their own. So I think that's important. And I think that is appealing to a network who is looking for someone. They don't want someone who's kind of lost and is going in every direction. They're like, whoa, you're an expert in this one thing. We want to hire you. We want to have you on our TV show or on our new digital show.
Are you scared? Were you a little bit, both of you, a little nervous, scared with seeing the industry change? And when did that happen? Where it's like you realized it and kind of got.
I mean, it started changing. I noticed changes in 2017, 2018. I mean, you get the ratings every single day, and you would just notice that there's more options out there because you're getting. Everything that we talk about is something that you can find out at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 9 a.m. that day. Right. So it has to be, let's shift to the conversation of the show. All right, so let's talk about this headline and let's give our opinion. So then it was, the hot takes, and then it was like in-depth interviews, and then it was, this, it would change all the time. And it was almost like you're grasping onto straws. And then after a while, it becomes almost exhausting because you go, are they not watching because they don't care about me? Or are they not watching just because the medium is changing? And we're in a case study right now of how this business is never going to be the same anymore. Yeah. So I think that's when you adapt. And what I tell people out there who are, trying to make content now is, I've been doing this since I was a little kid, and I have thousands of VHS tapes stacked, in my parents' garage still. Although my mom does sometimes put them on a DVD, which really doesn't do much anymore, but I still love you, Mom. We didn't have YouTube back then. I wish we did, because we could put I could have put all that content on there and started a channel when I was 13 years old. Right. Now you have your own network. If you have any sort of following on social media, even if you don't, you could have 1,000 followers, but a video could pop and then you have your following. Right, so you have your own network, you have your own channels. You can't take it personally. And you said something interesting. It's like, I wonder if we put it on ourselves, where you feel like you have to just be in one lane and you're afraid to fan out and be who you are, and say, I am the mom, I am the golfer, I am,
as
all
long
these
as it's
things.
authentic, I think that's you touched on that too.
I know
Whatever
like what you're
into.
saying too about even just with being authentic with like approaching you or whatever, it like filters into every aspect of life of just not comparing to what's succeeding around you, but just truly being who you are. And
you can tell
That's
when
what people
people
want.
are like a culture vulture, or like they're just really doing it for the clout or the clicks
100%,
and the views.
Yeah.
And
The thing is, you might
They don't rise to the
right.
top.
Well, and even if
Usually.
they do,
Yeah.
it's a very short lived.
Exactly.
Kind of you see that a lot. We see how many podcasts are like really big and then they kind of just fall out because they just started. But I have this whole, not to get too deep, but like that's this whole thing about the that I've thought about like since college, where when you look in the Bible, everyone God uses, the number one trait is authenticity.
Oh, wow.
It's not even like, there's people who are holy or righteous, a man after God's own heart, but then there's people who aren't and who God calls, but every single one of them, it's authentic to who they are. That's why he's calling them. So it's Moses and his story. That's why he called him, every single person. So I think like when things come together in life and you look back, it's because, I was in this season where I was truly walking in like my authenticity, whatever that was.
so how did you, back to your job changing, how did you feel when that happened? I feel like there's a lot of change with both of y'all job
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Joshua and I, you kind of walked that with me because we lost our jobs right around the same time. And I know sometimes you still get choked up about it, and feel free to cry. We love the tears. We will zoom in. But what do you think has been easy? I don't want to steal my wife's question. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, how has that been as y'all navigate that together? Because it's easier when, I don't know, one job is, stable and
Right, yeah.
but I feel like even the industries we're in are not quite like that.
Yeah, and the creative industry in general is always that way. I mean, you can lose jobs, get jobs like crazy when you're doing creative work. But what's funny is when we started dating in September, by December, I was laid off of William Morris. They did budget cuts and they swept like my whole department. So that was when we first started dating. So I'm like, oh great. Like 3 months into this like amazing dream girl, and it's like, I don't have a job, But
Scary.
it was funny how just like, I mean, you say I take it well a lot, because this isn't the first, that wasn't the last time, and this, it's been.
Wasn't the first in the last.
Wasn't the first one, the last, because like just the industry. So when COVID happened, I was happened to be at a place that's Live Nation, so we're putting on live events. So half the company gone, right, furloughed. Just so many, creative ups and downs over the past 8 years we've been together, and we just, I think because our stability is in something else, it doesn't really phase me. I think. I think first of all, it's a
And that doesn't mean that you don't worry about money and
100%.
finance aren't an issue.
Exactly.
Yeah. I almost can hear people when you say that be like, well, they're probably super rich. It's
no
like,
way, not even close. Like 100%, you go through those, but like like you say all the time, like, man, you take it so well, like when these things happen. But I think it's because at first it's a solo journey of like making sure you're rooted in something that's not, when identity is in work, then it can get tough. And I've had those seasons where I'm like really loving the career I'm at or the job I'm at. And then it gets tougher when that gets taken away. And that was probably the most recent one where it's like, okay, I reached this place where like, this is what I want to do. Creative directing a professional sports team. And then when that got taken away with budget cuts, that's the most recent one me and you were in together, where that's where I felt the most like,
An identity shift?
yeah, an identity shift, because I was really, really enjoying that. But then it just have to come back to center about like what's important. And it's, I think that's why it's not as shaky and why we can still like, obviously things have to adjust when, you know, like financially things have to tangibly adjust when one income is gone, but then things start rolling in afterward and happening. But yeah, it's, I don't know. I think I can say we take it in stride, but
Yeah, and we don't put any pressure on each other as far as like, hey, buddy, how's it going? Like, I don't
Yeah.
check in on you in that way.
yeah.
And you don't do that to me. Like,
Do you think it's like a faith or like a gift of faith too, where you're
100%.
like, I just believe.
If I look back, I mean, we could spend a whole hour just on my career journey alone, where every time something bad happened, and I've told, we've had this conversation where I'm like, bad things don't, I mean, obviously bad things happen. I'm not saying that, but a lot of our struggles are perspective based, where,
So true.
okay, budget cuts, get laid off of one job. That's a bad thing. But if I keep looking back and the next opportunity was a step up, then that wasn't a bad thing. That was actually a good thing. And in the moment, I just didn't realize it.
It's expansive and
So every time I look back, there was a step up or something that just brought me into a whole nother space every single time. And so if I didn't have that, then maybe this most recent one would be like, oh man, what's going on? But because of that, I'd be like, I'd almost be an idiot to think that that's not going to happen again. And so I think it is a faith thing, and being prepared and having opportunities is also a big part of it. Yeah.
And do you think it's hard? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, we got to wrap, but tell me.
I was gonna say, do you think it's harder for y'all, since you're like the face of something, to not attach yourself with?
And low,
Ooh,
that
that's
question
good.
is deeper than it actually sounds.
Yeah.
And it sounds pretty deep. Because I feel like you're talking about me.
well, I mean, I would say
both
me,
y'all,
I
yeah.
definitely,
That would be hard.
For sure.
I put my identity in this ish.
I do too.
Like, if there's anyone putting pressure on me, it is my own damn self.
Same.
And it could be painful, like the things that
Very painful.
I feel so seen by you right now.
Beyond seen. They're watching us on the building cameras.
This is why they hired us.
Yeah. How do you not, this is a perfect way to end, but how do you not have your identity wrapped up in what you do when you have your identity wrapped up in what you do?
Yeah.
Right.
Honestly, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years, and I really think I don't know where I'm gonna be at the end of when I'm not doing this and I'm not going to a place that I know that I'm supposed to go to every day. I'm sure you felt this. I really don't know what's going to happen when I look up and I'm not doing that anymore. Like
I think we can always do it. I think there's different mediums. Look, this is one medium right here.
right.
Yeah.
But your passion is people, interviewing, hosting, all those things. So it may just look a little different as I keep saying the word navigate, as this business is changing and we pivot and we navigate.
Yeah.
So just keep doing what you love, and just know that my friend finally, I wish I talked to him, years prior, but he's like, you got to take God at his word. Do you believe that he's going to look out for you? Do you trust him? He's going to provide for you, for your family, that you will if you don't have a job in that moment, that you'll find something even better. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard that a million years. I grew up in church. I'm tired of hearing it. And then finally I'm like, yeah, I actually do.
Right.
And that was a piece that I think that I've held on to that's really helped me as I, pitch shows, and some pop and some don't, and ones that I think are going to work, they don't, and I'm in the middle of shooting a project, and then we've got the contract signed, and I'm like, all right, the money's gonna land, and they're like, we don't have money, and then the network goes bankrupt. I'm like, this is crazy. That's a whole nother episode, which I know you want to talk to me about, but let's just
But I
let's
think it's
just
hard too
hang
with
on.
like the rhythm of work. It's so fun. Where
Yeah,
y'all
it
work.
is so fun. And I
That's
will
hard.
say, with the
like
massive
grieving.
changes we've seen, it has lit this creative fire under me where I'm like, oh, I want to dedicate more hours, or the hours that I would come home and maybe take a nap. I want to get to thinking about things that I really, truly want to do. So
Yeah.
that has been really fun. And it really does feel like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
So yeah, just be
I
creative,
love
people.
that.
So we got to get to your questions in part 2 of this podcast.
That's right. Let's do a part 2.
I do have a question that Jace is going to think I'm so silly to ask, but I'm so fascinated by it. And this is just kind of my personality.
If you see that bug in here, I'm gonna grab
I'm
it.
going
Look,
to catch it.
get it.
He's back.
Okay. You guys are going to think this is so out of left field because it is.
I love
Okay,
that.
when you each blow your nose, does it make a really loud noise? So you have to answer that first.
Can you imagine if Lo was in E! News, like the questions on the red carpet?
That would be
our bosses. It would actually be great,
Actually,
but
they
they'd
would
be
go
like,
viral.
so you asked George Clooney if he farted today.
So when he blows his nose,
icebreakers.
when he blows his nose, it sounds like a train's coming through. When I blow my nose, it doesn't.
Because I blow my nose out of 2.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Answer.
Sorry.
Okay, I would say quiet mostly.
Yours or mine?
Mine. Yours are very loud.
Okay.
No, not blowing my nose. My sneezes are loud.
Those are startling. No, but blowing your nose, I guess it just sounds like we're blowing our nose.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it's that.
Okay, it doesn't sound like a train's coming through.
Yeah.
Okay, do you blow your nose one at a time or both at a time?
One at a
One at a time, like a normal person, yeah.
He blows his nose out of both at one time.
I didn't even know that you can blow out of one at a time.
And
What do you
that's why
close it like
that's
that?
why it
Never
sounds
done
like a
that in my
train.
life.
I didn't
and
even
she's
know
been
you
making.
Same.
double blow.
I didn't
Yeah.
even know you could single blow.
So then I asked my parents last night, do you blow out of both or one? My dad was like, one at a time. My mom was like, both at a time. I'm like,
Unbelievable.
wow.
And that's,
my
it's crazy.
God.
So that's just how we're going to end today.
and that's
gonna
what
be-
makes the cookie crumble.
There's going to be an internet debate sparked Gen Zers versus millennials on blowing their nose.
It's fascinating, right?
Yeah, that is good.
Joshua and Erin, we're thankful for your friendship. Thanks
for
for your
having us on here.
vulnerability. And it's cool to see you guys parent and separately do amazing things in your respective fields.
I got an idea. Part 2, we get to your
guys.
questions. Part 3, we have Say and Riv on here.
Oh, the two of them.
I just got
Questions.
chill bumps.
And it doesn't even have to be the AI babies. It could just be them going,
Stop.
carrot?
That would be the
No.
cute.
Thanks,
We
guys.
love you
Like
guys.
and subscribe. You know the drill. We appreciate your time. We're the Kennedys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.